Renewable groups sue to end Pentagon's wind power total halt. Both offshore wind and onshore U.S. wind projects are being stalled. More than 100 planned wind farms in 21 states are now stalled indefinitely as the Pentagon delays military reviews once seen as routine. Colorado, Illinois, Iowa, Kansas, New Mexico, Oregon, Texas, and Washington are the 8 U.S. states affected by the wind power freeze by the Pentagon. Trump said in January 2026, "My goal is to not let any windmill be built." Trump has called wind turbines ugly and expensive and has instead pushed to meet power demand with fossil fuels like coal and natural gas. Since April, the Pentagon has stopped all military reviews of proposed wind farms, which are meant to ensure that turbines don't interfere with local radar or flight paths. Virtually every new wind project in the country needs to undergo these reviews, until recently considered routine and completed within months. Then, in April, the review process halted entirely, and Pentagon staff were directed to stop work on wind projects. The lawsuit says meetings with developers were suddenly canceled that same month. The Pentagon sent some companies a letter explaining that it was looking at new national security concerns with wind turbines, but it did not provide specifics. In May, Joe Valdez, the Pentagon's acting press secretary, said in a statement that the Defense Department was actively evaluating land-based wind energy projects to ensure they do not impair national security or military operations. The freeze affects 41 wind projects in Texas, which produces more wind power than any other state in the USA. Coalition of renewable energy groups asked for a federal court on Friday to order the Pentagon to resume reviews of onshore wind projects in an attempt to end delays by the Trump administration that find the U.S. wind power industry brought to a standstill. The 9 regional renewable energy groups include those for Renewable Northwest, Advanced Power Alliance, and Alliance for Clean Energy. New York filed a new motion on Friday, June 12th, asking the court for a preliminary injunction that would order the Pentagon to start resuming its reviews. While litigation over the case continued, the delays have led to a total halt of all wind development in the United States. The groups told the U.S. District Court for the District of Oregon in a lawsuit filed against the Defense Department last week at least 106 planned wind projects in 21 states have been stalled indefinitely, representing an estimated $47 billion in potential investment. The delayed reviews are the latest in a series of major actions to halt the expansion of wind power in the United States. On his first day in office, Trump issued a moratorium on approvals for wind farms on federal lands, and the Interior Department last year issued stop work orders for 5 offshore wind farms in the Atlantic Ocean that were already under construction. More recently, the administration agreed to pay several companies $1.8 billion to abandon their offshore wind plans earlier this year. Several judges said they were not convinced by the administration's arguments that offshore wind farms posed a threat to national security, and allowed the 5 projects currently under construction to proceed before any large wind farm can begin construction. Its developers need to apply for clearances from the Federal Aviation Administration, which regulates the national airspace. As part of that process, the FAA refers the application to the Pentagon. As part of that process, the FAA refers the application to the Pentagon, which checks to see whether a project might interfere with military radar on or nearby air bases in the past. Many wind projects have quickly received no hazard determinations, allowing them to move forward. But some projects do create issues, and they typically need to reach a mitigation agreement with the Pentagon. That might involve the company paying to upgrade nearby radar systems or modifying the layout of its turbines. This process was for years considered routine and predictable, with deadlines set by Congress. But since last August, wine developers began encountering severe delays. The lawsuit said companies that had negotiated mitigation agreements could not move forward because top Pentagon officials would not deliver the final signatures needed. The renewable energy groups argued that the freeze violates federal law and asked the courts for an injunction because they said further delays could jeopardize many projects. Some may miss deadlines to qualify for federal tax credits, while others may get canceled entirely. Of the wind projects affected by the freeze, 41 are in Texas, which produces more wind power than any other state. Large projects in Colorado, Illinois, Iowa, Kansas, New Mexico, Oregon, and Washington are also affected. Wind power currently provides about 10% of the nation's electricity. About 15 gigawatts worth of wind projects are currently under development and have already received FAA approval. But another 29 still need review by the Pentagon. According to the lawsuit, 1 gigawatt can provide electricity for 300,000 homes, although wind turbines don't run at all hours.